All right, what's in the culture report this week?
Well, first off, late last week on Friday, we lost Mac Miller.
Yes.
It was very sad. A lot of people in the hip-hop industry were posting pictures, and for someone who was, I don't know if he was ever the most popular rapper at every point in time, but he left a big influence on everyone around him. He was a very positive guy. When he first came out, his like sign was the thumbs up and the big smile, and he was just like a good dude. He was great at rapping. You knew Mac Miller?
I don't really know Mac like that. I mean,
Yeah.
he's from Pittsburgh, obviously, so a lot of ties to a lot of friends of mine from Pittsburgh, and he was very, very well loved in Pittsburgh. Huge Steelers fans. He was always at games and Pirates games, and just a big like proponent for the city. And like always supported other local talent there,
Right.
and so I know like there's a tribute at Blue Slide Park, which you wouldn't know about because you're not from Pittsburgh, but that's also part of one of his albums.
Yeah.
And I remember his first mixtape, Kids.
Mm-hmm.
So he was a very talented kid, obviously very sad at overdose. So stay away from the drugs.
Yes.
But we wanted to give him a shout out because
Yeah.
he was a special kid and he influenced a lot of people.
Okay, now into the culture report. Unfortunate beef between Cardi B and Nicki Minaj has gone from throwing bars at each other in diss tracks to throwing shoes at each other at parties. Yes, on Friday at 10:53 p.m., I did some research, in New York City, Cardi B took off her shoe and threw it at Nicki Minaj, although the rappers have been feuding for years now since the release of Migos' Motorsport back in the day. Things got physical after Nicki allegedly stepped on the train of Cardi B's dress after Cardi B rushed after Nicki, who was protected by a wall of bodyguards. During the scuffle, one of the bodyguards of Nicki's accidentally elbowed Cardi B, leaving her with a big lump on her left eye. Nicki went on Queen Radio and said that she was humiliated and embarrassed to be a part of perpetuating the narrative that drama and violence follows some of the biggest hip hop names out there. We really need these New York queens to bury the hatchet. These women have families to provide for and stuff, and I don't want them to catch a charge or something. It's like messy. It was a fashion icon awards, and they just went full street fight.
Listen, real ones do real things, okay? First of all, never forget that. I don't care where I am. If that is about to pop off, you do what you gotta do, all right? What does it say? Look, the whole like fashion icon thing, like, okay, like it's whatever. You don't know what these people do in their homes, okay? Oh, these uppity people and their special shoes and stuff.
They have fights.
Listen, I get what Nicki is saying, okay? She's worked very hard for her reputation, and she doesn't want to be involved in a fight in some nice place. Yep. But guess what? This shit is popping, so you can't be talking shit on somebody else, like on Cardi. Cardi's talking shit on you, and you think like when you go out in public, shit might not pop off. It might pop off, and it popped off. Like literally, her shoe popped off and flew at your head. Like these are things that can happen. Like I don't know what the real I don't think any of us really know what the actual genesis of this beef is. Right. And I say that beef like okay because I mean we're gonna get to it. Like how real is like what's beef for real anymore? Okay, like I obviously I don't need Cardi B. I don't need Cardi B and Nicki fighting because I like both of them, and I don't need to be picking sides. I got to pick sides enough already in life. All right, so I just want to listen to Nicki and I just want to listen to Cardi, and I don't have to explain myself. Okay, but that being said, it's equal because Nicki just put out a new album. Okay, so it's not one or the other. I'm just saying if you are beefing with someone, it don't matter where you are. Like if you run into them, it's on site. Like what do you mean? Hands on site.
I can't celebrate these rappers fighting.
I'm gonna just tell it like this. What? I'm not interested in violence. Okay? It's not my thing.
Right.
Mostly because I don't remember when I'm violent, so it's not a good thing for me to be involved in. Okay. That being said, if something happens and it's time. Like this is what it is.
Yeah, I hear you.
It's not like what do they do, right?
Yeah.
Do they sew for a living? No, you rap. Like you guys have beef. You've exchanged bars, okay? And Nicki went on saying like she's never talked about someone's child. That's false.
You're just saying false?
It is false. It's facts. It's false. I love Nicki, but it's facts. It's false. You write your own lyrics, right? I know remember what you said about Remy Ma.
Ooh. Yes. And she just talked about Stormy.
I mean, we keeping it all the way funky or not?
She just talked about Stormy. And this Queen Radio thing that she has, I listened to this last one. It was like 15, 30 minutes. She sounds nuts.
No, Nicki is mad, and rightfully so.
All 8 personalities are there and present, just going in and out.
I mean, she has a right to be angry. I'm not picking sides against either of these queens, okay? I love Cardi.
Yes.
I love Nicki. I just want everybody to get along, okay? Because I really need to listen to both of you. So let's squash all of it. That being said, you got beef.
Rolling into the beef, let's stay on that one. The Drake and Three Amigos tour made a stop in Boston Saturday night. During the concert, Drizzy brought out a surprise performance from Robert Kraft's
speaking of beef,
favorite rapper, Philly sports good luck charm, Meek Mills. These 2 rappers have been beefing since 2015 after Meek Mill accused Drake of not writing his own bars, and Drizzy solidified himself as unwittable by releasing the best diss track any of us have heard in recent history, back to back. Champagne Poppy posted the picture of himself and Meek Mill on his Instagram page with the caption.
Smiley.
Oh, so smart. Don't you know when you see a picture where like they just posted it because they look good?
Yes.
I was like, you don't post that to show anybody. Like, there's one of them hugging that other people posted. Drake looked great in that photo. Just big cheesy,
well, you're
just
always
smiling.
Gonna post your favorite picture.
Yeah. But
who posts the other person's favorite picture?
Sometimes I just don't post if I look the best and someone else doesn't. You know?
Well, that's nice of you.
Yeah, thank you. Anyways, the caption on Drake's page said, "This really gave me peace of mind tonight. Healing and moving forward created one of the most electric and gratifying moments of my career. At Meek Mill, I'm happy you're home. I'm glad we can find our way back to a joint purpose. Cue the Kevin Garnett, anything is possible ad-lib." That's kind of cute, right?
I love it.
Right?
I told you I don't have time for these beefs, okay? I just need to be able to listen to music. And I don't need to have an explanation for why I'm doing it. I don't. Because in the end, this is what it is. We're performing together on stage.
Yeah, that's all it is. Side note, also, Heidi Klum said on Ellen, actually, that she left Drake on red when he asked her out for a date. And she just want to let everybody know that. People are talking about that.
Yeah.
Okay, lastly, and after winning an Emmy for his producer role in Jesus Christ Superstar, live in concert, John Legend became the first black man to achieve the legendary EGOT status. For those sports fans who don't know, an EGOT represents a performer who has received an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony Award. He's one of the only 15 people who have reached the EGOT status, including Audrey Hepburn, Mel Brooks, and Whoopi Goldberg. He was named after,
Goldberg.
How do you say it?
It's not Goldborg.
Goldberg?
Yes.
Goldberg. Whoopi. Whoopi won too.
You easily could have just
She was
said
the other
Whoopi.
one, Whoopi.
We know
Goldberg.
who Whoopi is.
Goldberg.
Yes.
Whoopi.
Anyway,
is she Jewish?
shout out
shout out John Legend.
Yes.
Yeah.
Goldborg. All right, time for Lit List.
It's lit.
At the night show. Ooh.
All right, so Sam Darnold. Speaking of Overreaction Mondays.
Where's the overreaction? I don't even know what you said yet. Go. Say things. I'm sorry.
Look, if I'm a Jets fan, which I'm not anymore. I had 1 year of being a Jets fan. It was lovely. Yes. It's a great thing.
You can dip your toe in the water.
You can be as happy as you want to be about Sam Darnold. And that first pick six, it's an oversight. That's gonna be a funny blooper on the end of his career. We'll be like, remember that time his very first pass was pick six?
Like they told me on the sideline.
And then
Brett
they went
Favre
on.
did.
Then they went along to beat the Lions, which really they truly don't get enough attention for being completely shitty as an organization.
I feel like it's something that people in the 313 area in Detroit and Michigan like embrace and don't like talking about it. Like we know how bad the Lions are, but like it doesn't get enough national attention.
No, it doesn't. And I think what I think it is. I think it's Detroit. Like I think people have so much respect for Detroit that it's like we're not going to talk bad about how bad. Like we all know the Lions are
historically
bad.
We lost our Hall of Fame player because we refused to draft linemen to make him great. Like. We've been bad the entire time.
Right, forever. And
the entire time.
It never gets any better. And I truly don't think they get enough respect for how horrible they are as an organization. That being said, Sam Darnold making everybody look silly except for Colin Cowherd because he's always been on the Sam Darnold thing. I feel like as good as Sam Darnold played, how was this even a discussion that he should not have gone #1 overall? Like, is it the Browns' goal to just always not get the right person, or it's almost like what do we need? Okay, let's get the opposite of that.
Okay, how?
And I'm not about to say like I'm off Baker Mayfield thing because I do very much think
like
that Baker Mayfield is going to be good, and he's going to play. He's going to play sooner than we think because the better Sam Darnold plays, the more the Browns owners are going to be like, Baker, like where's Baker at? And they play pretty soon.
No, the better Sam Darnold plays, the more the Browns are going to be like, what the did we do? That's what they're going to say.
Yeah, of course. But that's because Baker's not out there.
He had 4 incomplete passes. So they're going to
like prove that they did the right thing by taking Baker #1 overall.
Yeah.
And, once again, the Browns didn't win this week. I know everybody's freaking out. Like, it's this big improvement for the Browns that they're tying
They didn't lose for the first time
in
in a long time. They didn't lose this week, and that's huge.
I mean, what a life. Anyway, shout out to Sam Darnold on a really great start.
That's all. Cool. It's just I have a lot of friends that play for the Lions. I don't know if you know a couple of my friends in the NFL. And it's just hard to talk bad because my friends are mainly on the offensive side of the ball, and it's Matt Stafford, and he's just so bad at throwing. All right, well,
let's save a little bit because they're in loser power rankings, so we can spend more time on how bad they are. Yeah. So the Patriots, remember the time that the Patriots team didn't have any receivers, and they were like going to be so bad this year. There's Tom Brady, and there's Bill Belichick. They weren't getting along, and like possibly he's going to retire. They're going to trade Gronk. Remember all that? Well, nope, didn't happen, and they're not dead yet. Like I told you, I'm not ready to be out on the Patriots just
yet. One game.
Okay, they look pretty good.
Overreaction Monday. The Patriots aren't dead.
Overreaction Monday. The Patriots aren't. They haven't walked off a cliff yet. Shocker.
It's going to take some time.
Oh, it is?
Die slowly.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be a slow kill.
All right.
It's going to get bad.
They won. Unlike the Steelers, they won this week. So, and on the lit list is Saquon and OBJ. Not so much Eli, but we do like that they played well.
Yeah.
I'm still holding out hope that they're going to pull it all together because I like when the big market teams are good because I like interesting. And whatever with the Jags.
Jags are very interesting.
Oh, my God.
They are.
Are we doing this again this year?
Jacksonville Jaguars are an interesting football team. They just beat – everyone was talking about how great the NFL Giants were going to be.
No, not everyone.
NFL, New York Giants, whatever the heck you want. The Giants, the ones that play football. The New York
Giants over the NFL Giants?
Yeah, the NFL ones.
You mean like their actual name, the New York Giants?
New York Giants, yeah, those.
Yeah.
Everybody's talking about how great they're going to be, and guess what?
No, everyone wasn't talking about how great they were going to be.
No, we weren't talking about how OBJ, Saquon Barkley. They've answered all the problems. We had LaDainian Thompson here talking about how they were great, and I was like, you forget that they have a new coach?
Let LT speak for himself. I didn't say that.
Yeah, that's fair. But a lot of people were.
I may have said that. But
he probably said something he read, though. So everybody was talking about it. So people were talking about it.
Anyway, I'm just glad that Saquon and OBJ are good because that's good for fantasy, you know, which we like around here. And I'm still out on the Jags, just to be clear.
Maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm not.